Today I'm going to be giving you guys a few tips on how you can stay hidden in Playerunknown Battlegrounds. What is going on YouTube? Electric Gaming here, and in today's video what we're going to be doing is talk about the ways you can stay hidden in Playerunknown Battleground. So this tutorial is going to be for more newer players that haven't seen a lot of videos and don't know a lot of tactics about the game. So if you already got the grips of the game and you know what you're doing and you know how to play this game, I do recommend, maybe if you want to watch the video you can, if you see if there's anything that you don't know, but for the most part this is going to be beginners, so just keep that in mind. But anyway, jumping into ways you can stay hidden on Playerunknown Battlegrounds. So there might be a few ways that you think you can do this. So there might be a way that you can think, right, I'll jump in a high populated area and go to the roof of a building, therefore I can only have to watch the door and that will be safe. I've definitely tried this method a few times, but the problem with this is you are on a roof, therefore people can look up to you and see you and you might not be able to see them. They might be able to see you from 360 degrees because obviously if there's the building's completely exposed, and the fact is there's one door, so if someone wants to rush you and then someone's below, you have to fight them. So this causes a lot of complications, and if you're in a big city, there's going to be people are going to want to go to that roof and go to that building to see if there's any loot there. Which is why if you go and loot a place, I do recommend not going to the roof straight away and just thinking that's the best option, or sitting in the building, because they're going to be high populated players and places, which means there's going to be a lot of loot there, which means obviously a lot of players are going to be fighting for this. So where is the best place to go in Playerunknown Battlegrounds? So for me personally, now that they've taken out they took it out a few months ago I think actually, you used to be able to put your settings on low and not be able to see any of the textures of the bushes on the floor. So basically it was just like a plane, so anyone that was lay crouched on the floor you could just see from like so far away. However, now this has been made a lot fairer, so now even the low texture packs do actually, you can still see the bushes, and for this reason that is why I usually go outside and stay in a bush and just lay down on the ground. This might seem like a very stupid tactic to you, this might seem like a boring tactic for you. I don't do this all the time, but I'm definitely talking about in those situations where you get into a minute and a half, 10 players left and it's a really small circle. You don't want to be standing up and giving yourself away in a really big position. I'm not necessarily saying if you find this boring just to spend this whole game on the floor, but definitely stay away from the places, for example high populated areas. Try and stay on the outside, maybe get high ground, you know, just go up to a mound, go up on a little bit of grass or something, you know, go up on a bit of a mound so you can see around you a bit better, and then crouch, see if you, so basically just use the third person to your advantage as other players will do, and if you are playing first person it's still a great tactic, so I definitely do recommend using this. So just lay down on the floor, stay in the grass, and you'll pretty much start finding you're picking up easy kills because players can't even see it, as you've seen in some of these kills I've got in this video. So another good one is lay on the outside of the circle. So obviously no, the circle does come in on you. A way to avoid this and getting caught out, sometimes it can be going to the very middle, but then I like to do is stay on the outside for as long as I can. So this is basically just running at the last very second, and this takes a lot of timing actually. This takes a lot of bit of practice because you need to know how long you need to get to where you're going, depending on where you are in the map, if that makes sense. So for example, if you're not in the circle and you know you've got to travel maybe 2 or 3 boxes of coordinates, you've got to know how long that takes you, so maybe a minute or 30 seconds or a minute and a half. You've got to figure that out for yourself, and you've got to leave some time for you to be comfortable in case you have a gunfight or find any good loot. So if you are on the outside of the circle, and the very outside on the edge, just make sure that you aren't running into other players, because this is a very used method by some higher players, so just be very, very careful. Just make sure, don't just think because you are in the circle that nothing can be behind the circle, even if the circle has come all the way. For maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds after the circles actually come in, there might still be a player outside, and that might catch you off guard and sneak up behind you and definitely kill you. So definitely be wary of this method. But anyway guys, that does just about wrap up today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this beginner's guide on how to stay hidden in Playerunknown Battleground. Hopefully you guys did smash that like button. This is some new content on my channel, Playerunknown Battleground, so I'm still quite new to the game, still working with it, so if you could show some love, that would be absolutely amazing. But thank you very much for watching guys, and if you'd enjoy, slap the like button, subscribe, and peace guys.